Bajaj auto sales for the month of November grew 21%, while exports surged 27%. To decode these numbers and to give us more details, joining us now is S. Ravikumar, the President of Business Development at Bajaj Auto. And joining us also is Yatin Mota from our research team. Yatin, it's over to you.
Thanks for that, Agam. And Mr. Ravikumar, talking about the monthly sales performance, how really is the business shaping up? And also, if you could tell us, how was the competition also? Because what we gather is that the marketplace has seen some good discounting, and probably moving forward also we could see some aggressive promotions as well as discounting in the marketplace in the motorcycle segment.
In September itself, we nicely rebounded to 19.5%. In October, it was a similar number. So we are close to 20% in the last 2 months. For the month of November itself, I don't have the market shares, but what I find from my field team is that the main competition has already, in our view, a bit prematurely started this huge sales promotion and discounting in the market in the month of November itself. We have also responded aggressively to this discounting and sales promotion, and that is out there in the market from end of November, beginning of December. So on the back of the product pipeline and the product portfolio that we have, a 20% market share is there very much on for us in the domestic market. Then going forwards in January, there are going to be 2 big launches. They are going to be, for example, in the past we had the CTB and then the Platina, which launch was very good. That has done very well in the market. And Pulsars had NS 160 joining the NS 200. That has also done very well in the domestic market. The other brands, 2 of the other brands will get a big boost in the month of January. So going forwards, we are quite confident of 20 to 23% exit market share by March 18, by the end of this fiscal.
Okay, good to know that. But sir, talking specifically about the coming months, how do you see the sales really shaping up? Because we are probably out of that GST transition period, the demonetization transition period, and probably moving forward as the competition spikes up in terms of discounting, in terms of new launches. How do you see the overall marketplace shaping up for Bajaj Auto?
On a stable basis in Q1, when everything is normal, typically demand picks up and rebounds very well. Post-festive, typically again, it's generally a soft market, which is what we have seen in November, and it is sort of bound to continue in December. People want to buy the newer model, not the old model, etc. So that's what OEMs typically sort of try to balance things out a bit by aggressive sales promotion, and I would say sales promotion typically advances purchase. So what is otherwise there it is not going to be quote unquote additional sale. It may be an additional sale for a particular week or a particular month, but typically it always advances purchase. What I would have sold in the future months is what is getting pulled in here. But that said, a month lost is a month lost, and calendar months gone by don't come back. So we have to play the game as the competition plays in the market. I would have normally expected the people competition and this type of pricing activity more in December rather than in November, because sustaining that over a longish period is a bit tough normally, because you have to put money on the table. But we found that the main competitors started this game, the party, a bit earlier than expected. And we have also responded. That's why I said these are games which everybody plays anyway.
Okay. But talking about the 3-wheeler segment, strong performance as expected. Do you think, because of the Maharashtra, permits, you have received good business there, and also if you could tell us ex-Maharashtra, how really were the overall sales for the company?
Ex-Maharashtra also, things have been doing very well. Bangalore has been doing very well. Delhi has been doing very well, and other pockets of three-wheelers have also been doing well. Diesel, we have been actually gaining market shares, and in cargo, we have been gaining market shares. That said, I should say all put together, domestic three-wheeler, I can give you one more statistic here, 108,000 numbers in 3 months, that is September, October, November. That is the type of number domestic three-wheelers have done. And like you said, on the back of Maharashtra and other things, this type of demand pull is going to be there for a few more months going forward. So there is good visibility of good sustenance of this type of a number going forwards for three-wheeler in domestic.
Okay, coming to exports, Mr. Ravikumar, if you could tell us how really is the business shaping up there? Do you see some traction in the African markets, which were slightly volatile in the last few quarters?
I should say that exports, we started the year saying that we are cautiously optimistic, and month on month things were improving, and almost more and more markets have become more stable. We are finding that the basic material prices, oil prices, etc., are a bit firmer now. That supports a lot of markets which sort of export these types of commodities and oil. On the back of that, delivering about 146,000 units, 147,000 units in November, that's a very good number, and 122,000 of that being motorcycles. Almost every single market has contributed. Africa has stabilized very nicely. LATAM is getting better, but there is headroom there for a bit more in those markets. Philippines has done very well. Bangladesh has done very well. Because of governmental action, the market in Sri Lanka for three-wheelers has gone down a bit, but that is stable at that level. But I should say lakh and 45,000 plus type of a hit rate and even better going forwards is very much in the cards.
Okay, and one final question from my side. In terms of the Quadricycle launch, what kind of timelines are you looking at? Because recently we had good news for the government, which has put in the draft policy for quadricycles. So finally we'll be able to see the product. But how soon can we see the company start market the product in probably if you could tell us the timeline for the Quadricycle launch in India?
Number one is in many export markets, the product is already going. It is well received in markets. There are markets where it is almost 100,000 kilometers plus type of a number. The government draft notification came out on the 24th of November, and there is this 30-day open period for suggestions and recommendations, etc. So we think that by 24th December that would be over, and if everything goes well, we are quite confident that we'll be able to market it in India in the last months of this fiscal.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time and speaking to BloombergQuint.